Hi Cynthia, I hope you're right. Apologies for the delay. I was off sick and then it kind of caught up bad with Easter. What I'll do for your reading is I'll do a Celtic cross spread to get a general overview of your situation, to see what is going on with you, where things are progressing. That should give us a good overview of your life and start to bring up some of the information related to possibly your husband, and then also if you may end up moving closer to family. I'll do another spread as well, which I call a psychology spread, um, to see with the third cousin Glenn what his kind of thoughts, feelings, intentions, etc. are towards you. Actually, I'll start with the Glenn. Tell me about the third cousin, Glenn, please. We've got the Knight of Swords as his main energy. We've got the Magician as his main focus. His thoughts, we've got the Five of Swords and the Page of Swords. Right off the bat, we've got quite a bit of Gemini energy. There's quite a bit of intense energy there for Glenn and the third cousin. It's not necessarily coming up as negative or anything like that, but it is the energy of kind of someone, if they know what they want, they're going to get it. That kind of focus and drive, quite intense. Does seem as well with the Five of Swords and the Page of Swords here, there is something related to you on the connection that they are unhappy about. The Five of Swords here and the Page of Swords, though, does make me think of someone who naturally doesn't like to lose, likes to get what they want. That doesn't necessarily have to be a negative thing until it comes down to what is someone willing to do to get what they want. But their energy is quite intensely focused on you, on wanting to communicate about something. Their energy is a little bit like they feel like they kind of know best, or they're right, what they believe is right. That kind of energy, quite singular minded. They do see themselves as being a good match for you or something like that, but I don't know. Give me their feelings, please. Give me their feelings, please. We've got the Two of Cups and the Strength card. Okay, off the bat, it doesn't seem like they're... Because the thing with the Knight of Swords here, his energy can kind of go either way. When he's good, but when he's bad. It's a little bit kind of that energy where the Knight of Swords here could seem quite chivalrous, where it's like, okay, what do I need to do? Their energy, they seem very intensely attracted to you and seem to either think that they're the right match for you, or that they have what you need, what you want. My problem with this though is it's not necessarily shown at the moment, but this person has a determination. If they want something, they will get it. Doesn't seem like they like to lose, and that intensity can possibly shift. Like, I think this person would be a sore loser. They seem very focused on being able to win you over, or being able to prove something to you here, which initially, like I would say, at the moment you're married, so, and you're in a happy marriage, so I would say it kind of shuts the door um, on that, from your perspective at least. But they have real determined focus. What are their intentions towards Cynthia, please? We've got the Four of Swords in reverse, so it does seem like they're not going to let this go, give it a rest. If they want something, or if there's something they have to say, they're going to do it, or they're going to get it, they're going to achieve it. There is an energy here with that determination of, like, how many times will it take? I'll do it. If at first you don't succeed, try and try again. But the problem with that is, at the moment, particularly with you still being married, in love with your husband, their energy is a little bit too, for me, them not taking no for an answer. And then my issue becomes, what do they start to do if you keep saying no, or keep trying to reject it? Two of Wands. They come off as if they feel they have a right to this connection, or a right to you. What action, and then what is the likely outcome? We've got the Star. We've got the Hierophant. And we've got the Page of Wands. Then what is the outcome here? We've got the Seven of Wands. We've got the Five of Wands. And we've got the Five of Cups. So I'm not sure if they anticipate that your husband is going to pass over or something like that. Their energy and their intentions isn't necessarily negative. Like, they seem, my issue with this is because their energy is so intense, and it's very, I know what's right, I know what's best. Their opinion or their perspective is kind of the only one. They're very blinkered. So it's like they have that focus and drive. If I want something, nothing is going to stop me. But they also have those blinkers on, where there's a lot that they don't see, or they're unwilling to see. It doesn't show that they're necessarily going to do anything negative or anything like that at the moment. The main issue here is their persistence and not taking no for an answer, or not letting it go. They seem very focused on wanting to talk and communicate with you, wanting to get to know you. There's quite a bit of frustration here with the Seven of Wands, the Five of Wands, and the Five of Pentacles. This most likely comes through if you're wanting to be left alone by them and they won't leave you alone, then you getting annoyed and pestered by that. you may be right where, because of the Hierophant, the Knight of Swords, and the Magician here, all related to information, and then the Star card, they may feel that the connection is destined or something like that, or you guys are a reincarnation of ancestors. But I would say that you are in control of your life and your destiny. This is someone who very much takes control, takes a driving seat, who dictates their view or their perspective is the right one. I would say it's more up for you to decide what you feel the connection is or what you want from the person. There is an intense draw here, but they also kind of need to respect where you are at the moment. So the main issue with the third cousin is just, although their intentions are good, it's more about what do you want rather than what they are trying to force on you or push on you at the moment. Give me Celtic crossbred then for Cynthia and a general overview of her and her situation, please. We've got the Queen of Cups and the current energy. We've got the Ace of Wands. We've got the Eight of Cups in the recent past. And we've got the Two of Pentacles in the near future. So it does seem like you're in energy where you're expecting a change or a shift or expecting something to happen. There's something here in the recent past with the Eight of Cups where either you've walked away or you've emotionally separated yourself from it. This could be related to the husband because of the Queen of Cups, your love for him and the current energy, and then the Ace of Wands. So it may be that you've kind of been anticipating some kind of change or shift there due to your husband's health. Also as well with the Eight of Cups here is a card related to movement. In the recent past, there does seem like you may have been thinking about moving in order to be closer to other family members. There's a decision here that has been weighed up or needs to be made with the Ace of Wands there. Do I take action towards this? Is this the right decision or right move? And the Two of Pentacles in the near future is being a little bit undecided about it or on the fence. The Two of Pentacles here as well does indicate that there are some changes or things that are coming up in the near future. This could be related to your husband's health, also related to your living situation with the Two of Pentacles here, where there's quite a bit of stuff up in the air or undecided, quite a lot of things, different things that we are juggling at the moment. What is the subconscious energy? And then what is the conscious, please? We've got Temperance in the subconscious, healing, also movement. And then on the conscious level, we've got the High Priestess, inaction and unknown. There's definite feeling here, particularly for you, because of external circumstances. Obviously, in an ideal world, you're very much in love with your husband. You would like many more years together. But there's kind of a transition phase here where it's almost like some decisions need to be made, or we're anticipating something happening and we're just kind of waiting to see what happens or waiting for it to play out. Temperance is a card of things coming together, long distance travel, but also healing, things working out, coming together. The High Priestess being the unknown. There's a limbo period here, it seems, whilst we're waiting for information to come out so we can make a decision or make a call. Could feel like there's quite a bit going on. A little bit overwhelmed with the Two of Pentacles potentially there in the recent past. The Temperance card here is a card of healing. For you, we've got the Three of Cups. Give me the last three cards, please. We've got the Empress in the external family. We've got the Ace of Swords for hopes and fears. So at the moment, it seems like the main issue is things being undecided, up in the air, on the fence. We're waiting for the other shoe to drop, waiting for something to happen, and that's kind of the problem, is you're stuck in this limbo phase of waiting for something to happen, so then that you can react based on what has happened. We've got the Empress, which is indicative of the mother, also maternal energy, family. And then we've got the Three of Cups here, which is also indicative of friendship, siblings, people coming together. And the Ace of Swords, information here. It does seem like particularly what would be useful for you is if you had more information around your husband's health condition or health conditions, how they are going to progress. It's kind of that information that we're waiting to come out, so then that we can make decisions and choices. It does seem, so far I would say you're probably more likely to move, because one of the things that is really pointing out here is it would definitely be really helpful and really useful for you to particularly have maternal energy around you, possible like sisters, cousins, family. But it does seem like you need some of that support system around you. And the Two of Pentacles here, long distance travel. The waves are quite high though, so still things that are being worked through. And then Temperance. I wouldn't say like you have to do something or anything like that, but it does seem like if you made a decision here to be closer to family or to move, sometimes making that mental choice or decision helps to move things forward. There could be a need here as well with the Ace of Swords and the Empress and the Three of Cups, to find someone to confide in, to emotionally unload. We've got the Tower for outcomes. We've got the Moon. And we've got the Death card. Okay, Death card usually doesn't mean actual physical death, although obviously when we're looking at this situation, because it's one of those difficult things where I can't really... You've got the High Priestess here, the unknown. Certain things it is not for us to know, or there would be a rhyme and a reason why we shouldn't know it, or why we shouldn't know a date. And it's a difficult subject to try and ask about someone's sort of death and where that may go. For the outcome here, we've got the Tower, which is the unexpected instability, something happening out of the blue. We've got the Moon card, uncertainty, that which is hidden, the unknown, or fear of the unknown. And then we've got the Death card, change, transition, and loss. What seems to be happening here, you are probably most likely right. I'm not a doctor and I don't do medical questions, but from what I can kind of see, it does look like, I don't think your husband's medical condition is going to improve. It does seem that you can kind of sense, or you know what is coming. We don't want that to happen, obviously, but then we're kind of in this limbo phase. There still might be some uncertainty around his health condition, getting answers, dates, stuff like that, but it is probably coming at some point. Unexpected or out of the blue, but it most likely is moving towards him passing over. But with the Two of Pentacles in the near future here, doesn't seem like it's something that is happening in the near future, but it is probably more where things are headed towards. The main thing for you though is, because of the relationship and connection you have to your husband, him being that most important person, his health declining, it does seem for you there may be decisions here around what's the next stage, what do we do. You're anticipating it coming or anticipating it happening, not wanting it to happen, but there is maybe here a lot of stuff is pointing to family. Having that family support around you. Tell me more about the Empress, please. We've got the Seven of Swords. And we've got the Six of Cups. Because whilst at the moment, because of your husband's health, you are being there as like a caretaker and an emotional support for him. But if you live quite far away from your family and stuff, it's then the question is, who is there as your caretaker, as your emotional support? The Empress here, the Seven of Swords, and then the Six of Cups, does show you feeling a little bit emotionally secluded or emotionally cut off. Seems to be you kind of need someone here to help support you. That would be someone more in a maternal type role, so mother, aunt, sister. Could be a masculine figure, but it is more someone to support you in a kind of maternal way, in the same way you are with your husband. What does seem to be would be of use to you here is maybe making that decision or call to be like, okay, at the very least reaching out to some of your family members here if you've been thrown around the idea of should we move closer to family. What is holding you back from doing that? Is there a practical reason like money, something like that, or do you have the means and the ability to do it if you just make the decision and the choice to do it? There's some big changes and shifts coming up for you. It both does seem in regards to your husband and then where you guys are living. Tell me more about Tell me more about Cynthia's husband, please. Tell me more about Cynthia's husband, please. We've got the Two of Swords, the Three of Pentacles, and the Eight of Spears. Nine of Swords, the Fool. And then the Nine of Pentacles. There may be some information that comes in related to the husband and his health. You may have more time than you anticipated. Part of the problem of the issue may just be this lack of information. If we just had the information and we just knew, then we could make the decision, or then we could make the move. It does seem like there's a need here for you to find your foundation, to find something solid to be secure in. Tell me more about Ace of Swords. You probably have more time than you realize or you expect with your husband. There should be information that comes out related to your husband, his condition, or moving, that will help you find some security. Although it does seem that you've probably got more time than you realize with your husband, it may also come out of the blue when it finally happens. But you probably got more time than you realize. The main thing would be to focus, not be too worried about sort of where things are going coming up, and to focus on the present moments that you have with your husband and to cherish those. The main thing here does seem to be more pushing you back towards moving. Tell me about moving for Cynthia, please. We've got the Seven of Swords, the Five of Wands, and then we've got the Eight of Wands. Okay, you may have felt like you could do this alone or with your husband, something like that. We all need support at times, and it does seem, particularly with you having such a close relationship with your husband, he's like your main person. There may be a need here, even if there are issues with the family or rifts, anything like that, to put those aside, or to put your pride aside. If you've been on the fence around is moving the right decision or not, to then kind of make the list of pros and cons. There's big changes coming up here, which does look like you are going to move. If it's you're not moving at the moment because of not having the circumstances or the opportunity to do so with the Seven of Swords, it will be presented to you. There is something here, the opportunity coming so that you can move. That does seem to be quite a key. Three of Cups, family support, Death card again, and the Queen of Cups. It seems to be, because remember, the Death card isn't just physical death, this is change. It seems to be with the Three of Cups here and the Queen of Cups, it's the positive change that you need is moving, finding a way to make that happen, or making the decision and choice for that to happen. Specifically, so you're around people or places that feel familiar, so that because you're going to be entering into a phase of your life where there's some big changes happening for you, where big changes can feel uncomfortable. So there is kind of that support there for you. But it seems to be your family is like the main thing for you to turn to at the moment, for support. If you had that security there, and that sense of belonging there, it makes all of the changes coming up that much easier for you. Makes you feel that much more confident and secure about embracing those changes and about being able to enter the next phase of your life. We can't control external circumstances, stuff like that. That is going to happen to us. The main things for you at the moment is to focus on those present moments you have with your husband, instead of being too worried about like the future, what have you. To really enjoy those present moments, to realize and recognize you are entering a big change and shift in your life that is going to be unavoidable. So rather than fight that change, to embrace it and welcome it. There is some information here that is going to come up that helps to make sense of things, or to be able to move forward, put your mind at ease. But the biggest support here for you is your family members. How they will be able to, that's the thing that you really need at the moment. And then they are kind of like the big support for you, because ultimately the Tower, the Moon, uncertainty, and then the Death card, change, is what is coming for you. But this, obviously not all the changes will seem positive, but there are some positive things coming up for you. And there is particularly a really big connection or reconnection to your family here coming up. But there is something in the current energy with the Ace of Wands, a shift or a change. It may just be around deciding to make that choice. The Queen of Cups in the current energy, to move back closer to home or to friends, family, someone where you feel supported and loved, because it does seem like that is something that you are going to need moving forward. But there is quite a bit of support there from family. Anyway, Cynthia, that's all I've got. I wish some of it was a little bit nicer, but hopefully there's some useful stuff there to help you kind of move forward a little bit. But I would just say focus more on the present moments, enjoying those with your husband. And if there's a decision here, a change you've been wanting to make, that move, to make that decision, make that choice, to put your mind at ease, and so that you have that support as well there moving forward. Anyway, Cynthia, best of luck with your situation. I hope it all works out for the best for you. Cheers.